I'm watching someone live stream it over TikTok, so that is how I'm watching it. Oh, no, not good. Not good. Not good. Hold up. Jeez. Come on. Here we go.
Operation, an unexplained connection inside the Pentagon. Hey, counselor, there's no back. Hunting my victims, that just fills me up.
It seems clear that we have a second serial killer at large. I think Glasser's my guy. Ryan Dearborn's misfortune is Liam Glasser's blessing.
If you're implying I had something to do with this.
Do you know his name?
His name was Martin.
Don't worry, I'm up.
It's looking pretty horizontal to me. Hey, there is no shame if you're not ready, right? And what you experienced was deeply traumatic. It doesn't just disappear in a few weeks.
It just would be easier to process if he was a violent criminal, but he's not. He's a victim, too.
I hear you, but listen, it doesn't matter, okay? And this is gonna sound cold-blooded, but in the moment, Martin Carpio was a homicidal maniac about to drive a linoleum knife through your chest. If you hadn't acted, I was gonna spend the last couple weeks picking out a coffin and putting your body in the ground. And I know this is complicated for you, but for me, it is very simple. You're alive because you did what you had to do to stay that way.
Okay. I need a shower and a coffee.
I'm on it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Look, you're not gonna have to worry about me. Okay?
Thank you for the likes. Hey, Ava, welcome in. Thank you for the
What I
likes.
need most from you right now is the truth. Right? Do not push yourself to failure. Because that failure can get other cops killed.
Understood.
I am watching this on a live stream on TikTok, so if you hear that person talking.
I'm afraid I have some bad news. Given the severity of the challenges to prosecuting Liam Glasser, the DA has instructed me to offer a plea deal. Involuntary manslaughter for the death of Grant Nogales.
What? One charge for a serial killer, and how is manslaughter even on the table?
The dearth of physical evidence, the tainted police investigation, the lack of eyewitnesses, the false confession and subsequent mental breakdown of Ryan Dearborn, the fact that Glasser piggybacked his burial site with another killer's bodies.
Okay, but Harrison Novak is clear that he didn't kill Glasser's victims, and Dearborn was drugged into a mental health crisis.
Ryan had drugs in his system, which Glasser's lawyer will argue he took himself, even though I think Glasser's lawyer is the one who did the drugging.
But we have zero evidence that Malcolm Walsh did anything. Right?
Unfortunately. Celine and I went over the CCTV footage and spoke to the staff at Ryan's halfway house. There's no proof that anyone tampered with Ryan's meds.
But what about that guy we found handcuffed in Glasser's shower, stuck full of needles? I know it's not murder, but we gotta be able to convict him for that. And for attacking Nolan in the basement.
Glasser claims that Phil Warren was an unhoused person who broke in and took shelter from the fires. And that he thought that we were looters, not cops, so he was defending himself.
Bottom line, it's all a mess. Look, I'm sorry. We did our best. At least with the plea deal, Glasser will be off the streets for a decade while we continue to gather evidence to charge him for his other crimes.
Hey, girl.
Hey, how's Lucy?
Better than she was, not as bad as she thinks.
You gave her that tough love speech?
Almost word for word from the one you gave me. How are things with living up?
Well, I'm still living in the says she wants to talk, but I say if she won't quit her job, they have nothing to talk about. Rinse and repeat.
So no one's filed the paperwork yet?
No. And Tim, I don't want to get divorced, but we're both too stubborn to give an inch. Anyway, you ever run with anyone sporting an ego and Nimicus tattoo?
The nice trick guys? No, they're always wound way too tight.
What if I told you Bailey saw their tattoo on a woman at the Pentagon?
It's connected to the Every case?
Yeah. So I don't know how he's involved, but a war criminal with ties to the Pentagon is all kinds of bad.
There's never been a female operator in that spec ops team. Or she could be intelligence. You know, some case officers feel an unhealthy connection to their kill squads.
Go ahead.
Forever. Understood.
What's wrong?
Harrison Novak is coming in to, quote, unburden himself of additional crimes he committed, unquote.
Good morning. I had a wonderful moment of clarity over the weekend.
Yeah, sure.
I don't
He's
get mad at
back?
bugs that
No.
splatters my windshield.
It's not good in any way
Why would I get so
possible.
worked up over you?
I'm not taking the bait, Vivian, so you just get to the point.
I heard about the Glasser plea deal. It's a rough break.
You know, I think the important thing is that he'll be off the streets. He's going to do some time.
It's not really worthy of a press release, though, is it? Serial killer does some time over heinous murders. On a happier note, I'm heading over to Mid Wilshire. Harrison Novak is coming in to confess to more crimes after pleading guilty to all the ones I charged him with. If only it
Leo.
was his case rather than Liam Glasser.
Leo,
I
come
might
here.
actually have a shot at winning the DA race.
Come here.
Thank you for the heads
Come
up.
here.
Have a nice day.
He don't care. He's like, all right.
Leo. Bubba, come here. Come see Sissy.
Hey,
Why didn't you tell me that Harrison Novak was coming in to confess to more crimes?
I didn't know. Novak's coming in.
Dude, come here if you want attention.
He probably just wants to stretch his legs and get a catered lunch.
Yeah, maybe. Will you keep me posted? I just got a bad feeling about it.
It will, but I'm sure it's nothing.
Okay.
Hey, I'm supposed to talk to you about something Bradford said was important. Important that I talk to you. Oh, wait. I'm not supposed to ask you about what you did on penalty of... Smith, my office. Now. It didn't actually pass good enough, did it?
Did you tell everybody to avoid me?
I mean, I might have encouraged a few people to give you your space.
Well, don't yell at Smitty. He obviously just forgot.
I'm not. He's getting a temporary promotion to interim watch commander while I go on patrol with you.
Tim, I don't want special treatment.
You're not getting it. Look, all somebody has to do is smile and nod in a few Zoom meetings. I already disabled the laptop mic. I'm telling you, as watch commander, I would do this for any of my returning patrol officers. I promise.
All right, fine. But I want to treat her having lunch.
No.
Hello. Do you think Lucy's okay?
She seemed all right in roll call. You know, everyone handles taking a life in a line differently, and there's no way of knowing how it's going to affect you until it happens.
I want to check in with her, but I'm worried I'll make things awkward.
And you know she's not supposed to talk to us about that.
I know, because if, God forbid, this goes to trial, we'll be asked to testify about her mental state. It's just weird, that I can't ask my girl how she's doing.
John Nolan?
I'm worried about Bailey, John.
Who is this?
You should recognize my voice, John.
Zuzu. Why are you worried about my wife?
There's been an uptick in searches for her name. Information requests plugged into government systems. Listening devices on her phone.
How do you know that?
Who the fuck is Zuzu, bro? I'm tired of this. Like, can y'all already say it?
You need to be careful about how you warn her, or you could make it worse.
Soon to be 8 in May.
I don't know.
7 and 15 possible 10
Just be
66
dragging that
Hollywood
shit.
Premier Motel.
Send that 15 copies, show some route.
No, I'm not saying
Okay,
I
so
remember, I'm just
Zuzu's
saying
back.
with the actual
So
person.
that's kind of creepy though. Why is Zuzu worried about Bailey?
Oh my god, never mind, y'all. Just never mind.
Couldn't you have parked in the street? I don't need everybody in Hollywood knowing you're here. So.
They're here on the daily, bro. You need one of those signs that say days since police last visited so we can keep marking it back to zero.
Well, everybody's a comedian, huh?
Hey, so where's the body?
This way. There you go. So, one of our guests, he checked out a little early, and, yeah, I covered him with the towel.
You know you're not supposed to tamper with the potential crime scene, Earl.
We're a family establishment.
Manson family, maybe.
Oh,
When did you find him?
20 minutes ago? He was here when I clocked in at 5 a.m. I thought he was asleep.
The two eye spits in his head?
Yeah, I didn't really look that close.
And I suppose you still don't have any working security cameras?
These haven't been repaired since the last time they were vandalized.
Control, we got a 187. Victim is male in his 40s. Please send the METID and send a supervisor to my location.
Control 7 out of 100 responding.
You sure you're on your first call to be a dead body? We can start with something easier.
Are you kidding? This is right out of the Tim Bradford School of Trauma Recovery. You gotta get right back on that horse. If you get punched in the mouth, you
Hey!
What?
Get out of there!
You know he can't hear you, right? Wait, is that the Fernando Valenzuela baseball? Put that down!
Smitty, don't do anything stupid.
Watch commander's office. Put that ball away or I'm coming back there and shoving it down your throat. There are some very interesting events taking place in the world.
Is this guy everybody's lawyer? Like, what the fuck?
Probably during the commercial break, I'll switch to a different live stream.
They gotta be brothers or something, because what's the lore here? Right? They gotta be some kind of brother or something. Right, he's in Monica at this point. Oh, this is his lawyer right here, this lady. Oh no, that's not attorney, that's a DA, that's a DA. Yeah, they gotta be like cousins, because what the hell?
District Attorney of Los Angeles.
They do look like brothers in a way. I can see it.
Though I hear my case is hurting in the polls.
Seriously, I agree. But
These are on.
knowing them, it is gonna be the same villain.
Gonna need to get the footage for the Hulu doc we're filming. You're not serious. I am. Involuntary manslaughter with a chance of parole after 15 years. You could be out in time to see your son graduate from college. College is overrated. I never went. Look how I turned out.
Back example.
A confession to make. You see, last year when I took you to my little burial site,
I already know what he's about to do.
I lied to you. See, I told you that some of the bodies you dug up weren't mine.
Nah, I know it. Bro.
That wasn't yes.
Confess to something that I didn't do.
Everybody in that field was put there by me. Lee Glasser had nothing to do with any of those.
Yeah, he's the one that's attacked the sorority. See, that makes no sense. Well, they're gonna be so tight. They're not
Okay.
related, because how would they be?
That is really interesting. Start to the new episode. Okay. I am not gonna share my opinions on stuff like that. Trying to find someone else who's So this one's not muting for ads, but I'm hoping that this person doesn't really talk that much. Not that I had an issue with the other person, but I also need it to be a bit more kid friendly since I'm not watching it on Hulu or anything. So the fact that Harrison Novak and Liam Glasser are in the same episode, and now Harrison Novak is saying that Liam Glasser had nothing to do with all those kills in that burial site that they found, and that they were all his kills. Why would you cover for Liam Glasser? Unless there was some reason that you had to just like, hey, by the way, I have more info. That doesn't make sense. Hi. Right now we're just on an ad for episode 11, season 8 of The Rookie. And also, only a decade for Liam. Like, I'm sorry, but like, this guy just, like, a ton of people in Westview. Like, I'm sorry, what? Only 10 years. That is insane to me. I'm really tempted to go get that cat right now because he's not wanting to shut up. Hold on. I guess it's an ad, so. We're going into Sissy's room. Come on. Come on. You're gonna wake Mama. She needs sleep. Look, there. There's the fox. Hey, don't leave. Don't leave. Hey, you have the fox. You can hang out in here. Okay. Ooh, high potential. We need to start watching that again. Nope. Beal. You're okay. But the amount of jumps that you have. You look terrified. You can lay with Sissy. You know that, right? You were just whining the entire time I was in here. Because you wanted attention. And then Sissy comes and gets you. Oh, we're back.
Okay, this guy got a name?
Several. TID is getting started on his room, 212. So far, we have IDs for Jack Dawes, Patrick Sullivan, Roger Newman, and Ken Miracle.
Let's go knock on some doors. Maybe somebody saw something. Yeah.
Can I grab you for a second before we get started?
Yeah, sure.
I need to call Bailey at Pentagon, but I can't call her phones.
Is there something I should know?
I don't know. Might be nothing. Hopefully it's nothing.
All right, I'll make a call. I got a few people in the building that can get her a clean phone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. Officer Juarez with LAPD. There was a murder this morning, and I was wondering whether you...
Okay, that's not weird.
First name Kiss My, last name Ass. Is there a hyphen in there somewhere?
Did you notice anything suspicious?
Look, we're not here for your pet, Mr. Jaffe. Although I'm pretty sure that snake is better.
Did you talk to the man in 212?
Ma'am, it may be allowed, but smoking while using an oxygen tank is a fire hazard.
Officer John Randy, what are you doing here?
I'm on the trail of a devious con man. I've been watching every second of every hour of every day for weeks. The man in 212 will not escape my grasp.
Man in 212 is dead. This is a disaster.
I know, it sounds bad, but I think we can turn it around.
How?
Harrison Novak just confessed to Liam Glazer's murders. The timing cannot be a coincidence. I mean, Glazer basically laughed in my face when I made the plea offer. It's like he knew that Novak's confession was coming.
We'll figure out the connection later. For now, let's you and me blow a few giant holes in Novak's fake confession and send him back to prison with his tail between his legs.
A big shout out to Miranda.
Turn this on and call your husband.
Just did.
I'm confused. Who is your client?
Frau Linda Chandler. The con man in 212 stole her retirement savings in a high Turkish scheme. He told her she was investing in a Florida condominium, but it was some flunt. Now she has nothing but the clothes on her back.
Well, we found at least 5 IDs. Odds are he's running all sorts of scams all over the country with different victims. It's going to take a while to unwind this.
Yeah, no need. I've located a bread trail that led me to what the rappers call his government name, Charles Deacon.
That's good work.
Okay, we're going to need to speak with your client.
Oh, yes, I'll airbop you her contact.
I'm sorry, I have to take this.
Okay.
Hello? Why did a stranger hand me an audio jammer and a burner phone and tell me to call you?
I have been told that you are in danger.
Told by who?
Zuzu.
The homicidal AI? Since when have you become besties with that thing?
I'm not. It's complicated, but it called to warn me that someone has been doing a deep background check on you. That your phones, your apartment, your office, they're all most likely bugged. And it could just be Zuzu playing games.
On the other hand, I had a fairly strong feeling I was being followed last night.
And you didn't call me.
I wasn't sure. Things have just felt a little off ever since Wade asked me to knock on a door.
What door?
It was a task force thing, something ever related.
And I am gonna kill Gray.
Why don't you try looping him in first and I'll act normally?
Bailey.
It's fine. Nothing's gonna happen to me in the building.
Hi. How many doors left?
3.
Okay, well, if they've got a warrant, they're probably gonna lie low until we're out of here.
Right. I know I'm not supposed to ask how you are, but if you need me for anything,
I'm good. Yeah, thank you. Excuse me, sir.
Police!
I gotta go.
Sir,
Welcome, Waters.
Yeah.
Hey, Randy. Randy, you okay?
Yeah, but my bell is really ringing. That'll happen to his accent. What are you talking about?
Schnitzel, Strudel, Schwarzenegger. What is happening to me, John Nolan? I sound so flat, so bland, so American.
I wanted to keep my ammo unpredictable, so I killed men and women. I just buried the dudes in a different area. Didn't want them mingling.
All the men were strangled, but the women were bludgeoned.
Like to mix it up.
What about the needles? You want us to believe that you only injected the men with foreign substances and not the women?
Oh, well, the men were there for a very different purpose. They were there to be tortured physically, whereas with the women, it was much more psychological.
Okay, so let's go case by case. As we said before, all the men were strangled. Is that right?
Yes. Wait. No. It's the dude. I want to say his name was Conrad. Conrad
So you cut off half the episode. So I guess I'm left on a cliffhanger until I watch the second half of the episode when someone posted it on TikTok, so that I can watch it. I don't like being left on a cliffhanger. And it wasn't even 30 minutes. Can I? Okay. So I guess jumping back to the first person I was watching. Why is someone up and rolling around in the house so much? Okay, I'm also kind of move this down and then mute until this starts back up, since I'm guessing it just went to an ad. So yeah. she just paused it. Okay. Hi. Okay. I'm doing okay. I'm just trying to make it through this episode, and then I'm gonna go to sleep right after. It's really windy here. I think the wind is like 50 miles per hour right now. And we've had this wind for 4 days. So if y'all can hear like the slight wind outside, that's why. I did wash my hair before going live. Before like even started watching the live streams on the new episode of Rookie. So yeah. If my hair looks off, that's why. Yeah. I had to put a pimple patch on my arm. So I wouldn't pick at it because there was one that appeared on my arm, which sorry, I'm like missing comments. 5'10"? No, I count that as really tall. I'm hoping I got the ketchup on my hair. Yeah, I always wear this. It's almost like a fidget that I can daily wear along with these rings I make. For a little over 2 years, I just had my purple one with different shades of purple on it. And then a few weeks ago, I made this one, the pink and white. And I plan on making a green one for St. Patrick's Day. Oh, last bit of the ads. Okay. Yeah, they're like just little sea beads. Oh. Oh. Lucy. The Rookie Season 8, Episode 11. Thanks. It's so drying, but
It's simple. I can't think of anything more prejudicial to the jury than to allow Harrison Novak on the witness stand to falsely confess to murders he did not commit. Your Honor, Novak possesses intimate details of crimes for which my client has been accused. Mr. Evans is prosecuting the wrong man. Liam Lazar is guilty of those murders. I plan to prove it in trial. This morning you were begging me to take a deal. Plea deal sounds like a wonderful compromise. Resent the implication that I was begging, but still stands. It is rejected. Okay, Your Honor, Harrison Novak's testimony is probative to my client's innocence. The jury should be allowed to hear it and make up their own minds. Harrison Novak is a convicted killer. A convicted killer, yes, claiming to have murdered more people. Your Honor, bottom line, the confession's a lie. You can make that argument in court, Mr. Evers. I'm allowing it. Thank you, Your Honor. No hard feelings. I know that you were involved in this somehow, and I'm going to prove it. Your Honor, I've been threatened, sir. The defense counsel has exhibited a shocking pattern of
hello.
potentially
Come here.
behavior throughout this whole process.
Lily.
So, watch yourself, counselor. Making accusations in my presence without a clear factual basis won't be tolerated. Can result in contempt of court and possible sanctions. Understood? Yes, sir. Great.
Man, Wesley's going through it.
She, Lily was walking around and she was, I didn't know if it was her, Roxy. So I had to do to try to figure out which one it was, and she just came out, so, okay. Wow. So I missed part of that conversation, but what I did gather, what in the world? Like, yo, I love the storyline with, like, I love all the storylines from this season of The Rookie, but, like, holy crap. Like, can the Harrison Novak and Liam Glasser storyline just be done? Or even, like, the Zazu? Why? To me, the fact that the AI is worried about Bailey and knows that someone's been trying to find out information on her, that's creepy itself. But to then call Nolan, like, why do you care? I think, and this is just what I think, because of Novak trying to take responsibility for those offings that were claimed to be Glassers in the same burial site, I think either Glasser somehow paid him or the lawyer is somehow involved, or Glasser and Novak are brothers. Because if you think about it, like, if you look at them side by side, and I didn't notice this until like halfway through the interviewing scenes, that they were interviewing Novak and Glasser. I thought they were the same person. Like, maybe that's just me because I was trying to pay attention to what they were saying, but then I saw the faces, 2 different faces. I'm just like, wait, what? Because to me they look so similar that they look like they could be brothers. So I wonder if they're somehow brothers or like family. Because like, why else would Novak come and say that the rest of those offings were his, unless there was something in it for him? And Dearborn, he had a mental breakdown last episode. Like, and then Glasser's lawyer was just like, that's sad. Like, that sucks. Your case doesn't look too good right now. And now Novak's back. And Glasser. In the same episode. No. It is. Like, why would Harrison cover and try to take responsibility for those killings? Okay, anyways.
Sabina Leonardi is old school. Avenging her granddaughter's death would be considered a family obligation.
We have enough to arrest?
Well, given Randy's head trauma, his positive ID on Sabina won't pass muster with the judge, so we're pulling flight records trying to establish that she's here in Los Angeles.
Sorry. Randy, can I call you back?
You can, but I have exciting news. I've solved the crime. Meet me at the motel.
You can prove Sabina murdered people?
Well, no, not yet, but I have a bold plan. I've invited her to meet me in my room where I will get her to confess and hopefully get another step
So,
temple to end this accident nightmare.
Randy.
Bold. That's insane.
Well, as my great uncle used to say, where wood is chopped, electric bike for more. Sounds better, John.
I mean, listen, you are the only loose end tying Sabina to the murder. You put pressure on her, they will kill you.
Exactly why I alerted my good friend John Nolan. Better hurry up, they won't be here soon. Any available units in the vicinity of the Hollywood Premier Motel?
Oh.
7 Lincoln 300 affirmative. I'm about 4 minutes out.
7 Lincoln 300, you were advised to remain at the station.
Yes, sir. I didn't want to leave patrol without their supervising sergeant. What should I expect at the motel?
Skip Tracer Randy in potential jeopardy.
Establish a police presence in the parking lot. Wait for us to arrive.
ETA 10 minutes. Do not engage.
Why, yes, Randy. I had to avenge the death of my granddaughter by killing the evil man responsible.
Why, yes, Randy. I had to avenge the death of my granddaughter by killing the evil man responsible.
Oh, okay.
Greetings. Where is the lovely Sabina?
this, Randy?
We see it's called foreign accent syndrome. You see, I sustained a blow to the head. Oh, maybe that cured me? Oh, what is that? You'd be able to hit me again, but this time a little harder.
He talks again. Shoot him. That'd cure your problem. Permanently. This is your own fault, Randy. If you had just left it alone. I would have left you alone. Now, we're gonna take you somewhere and kill you.
How did Randy think this was gonna end?
Gentlemen, I'm gonna need to see those hands, alright? Stop moving and show me your hands!
Lucy, why? Why? Okay.
Now he's shooting from what the hell?
RA for GSW. Police! Drop the gun. Show me your hands.
Useless. Hands on the wall. Spread your legs. Oh, now!
Give me a sec. I'm about to have a heart attack.
Yeah, and I will call an ambulance if you do, but right now I need your hands on the wall.
Okay. Like this?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go. Andy! Hey, you okay?
Ja, naja, ich habe mich ehrlich gesagt schon mal besser gefühlt. Einiger Strohsack! John Nolan, I've never been happy to be smashed in the brain. Oh, I have a headache.
Yeah, let's go get that looked at.
Oh, okay. Hey, how many fingers am I holding up? 2. So you're fine.
No, I'm great.
Hey, what happened today?
Okay, so depending on how long this ad break is, it is going to be like the last, like, maybe give or take 7 minutes of the episode, and then that's it because it ends at 11, and that's including with ads. Wow. Honestly, am I the only one who's kind of sick of Randy? Because I'm not. Whenever he's around, I'm just like, okay, something's gonna go terribly wrong and he's gonna be caught in the middle of it. Like, okay, so, like, I don't know, like, a few times, like, has he ever actually helped them? Like, listened to advice? Or, like, when they said not to do something, then he didn't do it? Or has he always just said, yeah, I'm gonna do the complete opposite of whatever you say? Cats. Because my thought process with that is because, like, he doesn't listen to what they have to say. No, he quite literally is. Like, you know it's gonna be an insane episode when he's in the episode. But, like, I don't know. I feel like they kind of keep him around to, like, make more insane episodes like this one. Like, obviously this one's a bit much because, like, I don't know if you guys missed it or heard it. the person who Lucy had to defend herself against the last episode, his sister approached her. I'm hoping that this is... Yeah. Well, is he really considered a main person? I mean, I guess in the episodes he's in, maybe. Like, he only shows up every so often.
Dr. Ashton thinks my brain bleed fixed my accent.
Well, that sounds serious. I'm hoping he won't need surgery, but we're closely monitoring for worsening conditions such as headaches, nausea, slurred speech.
My speech is perfect. Listen, Schnecken erschrecken, wenn sie Schnecken schmecken, weil zum Erschrecken vieler Schnecken Schnecken nicht schmecken.
I might order another CT.
That's your call, but I'm pretty sure that's Randy's baseline.
He disobeyed a direct order.
The order was wrong. I'm patronizing.
I warned you this morning. Don't push the failure.
And I didn't. I was thrown, as anyone would have been. But I handled it. You just didn't trust me.
You make a good point.
I know. And I know that you're just worried about me and wanting to protect me. I know that.
But I wasn't listening. And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too.
All right. So what do you need?
You're not gonna like this, but I need to talk to Martin Carpio's sister. She deserves to know exactly what happened with her brother.
Look, I mean, you know all the reasons why you shouldn't. But it's your decision.
I'm trying to be a good cop and follow all of the rules, but in order for me to be a good cop, I need to be a good human first. No matter what comes after that.
Hey, where are the kids?
They're in our room watching a movie, eating too much sugar.
Yeah.
Bad news?
Well, the DA is dropping all the charges against Liam Glazer. The Novak confession was the final nail in the proverbial coffin for my boss.
Okay, so we dig in. We go through the case with a fine-tooth comb and prove that Harrison Novak did commit the murders. We'll prove that Malcolm and Vivian were involved. And then we free your best.
Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna really want the pep talk. But right now, I just wanna get drunk enough to forget that Liam Glazer is currently being released from prison.
What's going on?
Going home.
Sean, thank you so much for coming in. I thought you weren't allowed to talk to me. I'm not. But if I wait for the investigation to end and the lawyers to work everything out, it'll be a year before you get the answers that you need. And after everything that your family's been through, I just can't go along with that. So, we were attacked the moment that we landed at Westview. About a dozen people, including your brother, they chased after us, and they were so deranged from this chemical exposure that they barely seemed human. I tried to hide in this tunnel, but Martin, he found me in there while I was fighting somebody else off, and before I could react, he was on top of me trying to drive a knife into my chest. And I thought that I was gonna die, and I almost did, but right before the knife entered, I managed to twist it away from me, and it went into him. There was no mercy in his act. Like, there's no humanity. He wasn't there. And whatever it was that poisoned him, it robbed him of that. I'm so sorry about what happened. But, if come in. I got fresh intel. How deep everything
Really, I'm sorry, but no one cares.
We need to compare notes in person. I'll be on the red eye home.
She set the trap. Now we see who follows her home.
Unbelievable. Nyla, don't do anything stupid.
Nyla! I can only imagine how upset you must feel. So,
Nyla, don't do anything stupid.
I brought donuts. It's my way of saying no hard feelings. Careful. Last conversation we had by this van got you demoted. Now, I'm gonna go get my life back on track. You want the donuts or not?
Just take the donuts, Nyla.
Sir Loss? Got jelly.
Glasser.
Nyla, think about what you say.
This isn't over.
The drama Zendaya and comedian Jeff Ross on a new Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Okay. It's over. I don't even know where to start. Lucy talking to the sister, maybe. I don't have words. Something doesn't sit right with me between that conversation. The sister didn't really question. She just believed what she said. And I feel like if I was in the sister's position and hearing this for the first time, I would have been asking way more questions. But also maybe because it's an ongoing investigation, maybe that's why. You think she knew? Her reaction just seemed way too calm. Too, you can tell it was, last week's episode was hard for me to watch. Because it, wow. And then Nyla with Glasser. Here's the thing. With Glasser now free, Nyla has to be really careful to not do anything stupid, to go back to being detective. Because when she was demoted back to patrol, Gray even said, you keep your head low and try not to do anything stupid so you can come back to being detective, that they can't use anything against you. Now that Glasser's out, I think that might be a little harder for Nyla. Honestly, part of me kind of wishes she would have taken the box of donuts and just walked away and threw them in the trash in front of him. Or given to Smitty. Yeah, maybe not Smitty. Overall, though, episode is very, very interesting. I will say the cover page, it was back to the normal. which I'm really happy about. I know I didn't say anything when it showed, but I think for the past, since at least episode 2, we haven't had a normal episode cover. So it's been week after week of non-normal, which, if you're a big Rookie fan like I am, then we all know, like, the different cover page is not a good sign. I'm very unemotional compared to other women. Yeah, especially with it being her brother. Like, she seemed mad when she first confronted Lucy, but I do like how Tim stepped in between that interaction with the sister and Lucy, but also, like, when Lucy was telling her, she seemed like she had completely cooled off and just accepted it, like, a little too quickly. But I mean, this is a few weeks after, but like, a few weeks after her brother passed, why? You give me a reason why, and oh, okay. Can I ask why you think that? Because you're saying Tim should have punched Lucy and then flown. Like, what did Lucy do wrong? Last week she used self-defense. Yeah, it just got done. Okay. I'm doing okay. Sorry. I'm, like, my brain's all over. Come here. Come here. Beautiful green eyes. Beautiful green eyes. Come here. Come here. Come here, hon. Hi. You have such pretty eyes. Yeah, it's the Rookie. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. She's been coming in here a bit more. Not really sure why. But yeah, that's my sweet baby. One of them at least. One of 5. Yeah, I was watching I watched like 2 different versions of it because I had to jump from one live stream to a different one because the first person kept swearing like no other, and then I had to find a different one, and then that one ended not even 30 minutes into the show, so then I had to go back to the first person, which eventually I just accepted, like, okay, we're just gonna leave it be, because I'm not gonna try to find another live stream and miss half the show. Yeah, okay, so I'm like, okay, sorry, I'm in pain right now, the way I was sitting. Okay. It is, it finished about 7 minutes ago. Okay. Okay, so what do you want to bet there's already been edits made? Oh, the musical. It was good. Our last show was yesterday, and it was really well. One of my grandmother's friends came and surprised me when she introduced herself. I had no idea who she was, and she added in, I was a friend of your grandma Mary's, and I knew her from high school, and I see you all over Facebook. I see your post when you tag your grandma in them. And I kind of started tearing up because, but I think that's exactly what I needed. I didn't. It was just so chaotic. Every night, I had no way of getting up in the balcony. Because of how crowded it was every night and how quickly I wanted to get out of my costume. But I did take a photo of the flowers, and that was the bouquet, which very, very happy for. Yeah, no, the friend of my grandma's, very sweet of her to come, and she told me, like, she could tell which one I was right off the bat. Yeah, and cause then I made a post, later, and I tagged my grandma in it, and I basically just said, and that's a wrap on Shrek, and then I chose photos from almost every day of the show, whether it was photos with people I knew, choir festival, photos from IHOP, all that fun stuff. And yeah, it was really fun. I wasn't really on stage, but yeah, so her friend did comment on the post that I had made, and she said, "You all did a wonderful job, so good, loved the 3 blind mice," and I was sleeping when she commented this, so I responded when I woke up this morning, and I said, "Thank you so much for coming, it meant a lot to me," because it really did, especially with Grandpa and her being gone. When she said that, I was just like, thank you. But yeah, we actually got our original jackets that we were supposed to be wearing for 3 Blind Mice on Saturday. So so that was the complete outfit with my bouquet and with the beautiful sparkly jacket, where the first jacket, it was just a black vest. I probably have a better video with that on, because the black vest just kind of fit me awkwardly. So we had to wear the black vest first and second night. Okay, of course, this is the one that I'm just dancing, but Don't mind the flower pants, but that was the black vest. And that's what it looked like, except take black leggings and put them over the flower pants. But yeah, it was a fun show. Definitely gonna miss it, but yeah, now to focus on classes and all that fun stuff. I loved my costume except for the fact that the silver part that went up around my neck, that was an entire bodysuit that was long sleeves. So that was extremely warm to then add a long sleeve sparkly jacket to the mix. Also having the sunglasses that we could not see out of until our eyes adjusted. Like you first put them on and you could not see a thing. Especially when it was pitch black backstage, no lighting, no nothing. You better hope and pray that you did not run into someone. No, but we all had like little canes, which I didn't grab for photos because I figured as much as, yeah, that's one way to look at it. I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah. So this was me on stage, and you can see I have a cane. We had to do 3 dances with the canes at the very end of the show for is it Pink? No. So we didn't have the canes from, if you guys know Shrek the Musical, then perfect. So we had our canes for Make a Move. And then we did not have them for Freak Flag or anything after that. So imagine just 3 blind mice who don't have canes doing these insane dances. Our Freak Flag dance, in parts of it, because at one part we were facing the other group and we were doing the complete opposite movements, and then we switched. It almost felt like something straight out of a Camp Rock movie. It was really fun. Yeah, I just, to see the final product, well, somewhat final product. I watched the first half when we did our preview shows. But I don't know what the second half fully looked like. But my parents came to the final show. They did record it. They recorded it Friday night, and this was the night that the audience could somewhat hear 3 blind mice singing, and this was also the night before we got the sparkly jackets. So, and of course, like, the day our sparkly jackets came in was the day that they weren't filming. How fitting. Also Saturday night we could actually be heard. My mom took a recording of the entire dance yesterday, so I could hear how we sounded. We also had people singing with us backstage, which so thankful for them. And the person who's also an alto, because alto here, hi. I was the only one who had a low part during our song Make a Move, so I was singing a bit quieter, but I was still singing. So the person who was singing backstage to support me, she was the closest one to the mic backstage to try to help me out. I was not made aware that we had backup singers until after Make a Move on opening night, when I was having my full-blown panic attack, which was so much fun. Being backstage, trapped in a bodysuit, having to go on right after being off, like done being on stage. So very much fun. Yeah, it was stressful but fun. Like, I can't say anything other than that besides, like, I don't know, just insane. Yeah, my anxiety actually started during our dance, which I thought was really funny. I mean, it's not, but also, like, at the same time, it's just like, because half of our dance was literally us, three blind mice, just popping our hip. That's all it was. Like, we were standing. Like, that's all we were doing. So, like, during conversation between Donkey, because Donkey's kind of just, like, there, and then Shrek and Fiona are having their whole little conversation. We go around the campfire and we're just popping our hip, paying attention to the conversation, like, please, can we leave this stage? Like, we're not doing much. Yeah, I am really proud of myself. And I think, sorry, there's already a list of schools, that are closing for tomorrow. Or closings are rolling in for tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to keep my train of thought while reading this list to see if my school's on it. Probably not though. I'm normally not that lucky. But yeah, no. The show itself, it was good. We had our nights where I felt like you couldn't hear us, and like I said, of course, like the night they filmed, it was like very like off and on. I also don't think we had much support that night that I could hear, but yeah, I don't know. That's just me. But Shore City. Okay. Oh, winners of Oscar awards. That's beautiful. At the end of the post with all the the school cancellations called in, kids just read this list like it's the winning power bond numbers. Yeah. Oh, okay. I've made a few posts so far on Facebook. One of them being like all my roles that I've had. Sounds like a struggle that I managed to pass. And what are they closed for? Due to weather, where I'm at right now, where I live, we have, I think tonight the winds are supposed to get up to like 65 miles per hour. There's already ice on the roads. The snow's been drifting. Like it's bad. Okay, so I just looked at the weather and so thankful I didn't fully turn my phone around because it had my location right there. Right now it is 17 degrees. Feels like 1. Light snow showers right now. And okay, wait. Okay, so yeah. Winds about 16 to 16 to 20 miles per hour, but gusts frequently exceeding 40 miles per hour, increasing to 55 to 65 miles in some parts of West Michigan, likely causing dangerous driving conditions. Temperatures will significantly be colder due to this wind, often dropping near below freezing, accompanied by snow showers. Yeah, so, and I believe I live in the west part of Michigan too. So, yeah. If I have school in the morning, I will be honestly surprised. I know one of my teachers could not make it to school today because of where he lives. Because he posted in Google Classroom that he had no power. The roads were like a ice rink. And he how far is, I think where he the place he lives is probably a good half an hour. I don't want to say. Hi. Okay, from Mount Pleasant. Okay, so yeah, this teacher lives about 48 minutes. But depending on traffic too, like an hour. Plus roads. So, yeah. That's Okay, so total driving time is 1 hour and 25. Yeah. It's one of my teachers I have this trimester. He had posted in Google Classroom early this morning that he wasn't going to be able to make it because of where he lives due to the roads and no power in some places. I don't think he said that if he had power, but yeah, he's hoping to be back tomorrow, but depending on if the roads and stuff get worse. Yeah, I didn't go today because of the fact of me being exhausted from musical. But I was here trying to do missing work, so I slept till 10:30 roughly. And then got up, started homework, took a break. I was also making food while I was doing homework. Well, I got some of my math done. Then applied physics, I was just like, yeah, no. I need to actually understand this because I'm not doing this completely wrong and then I have to redo it. Then I did some notes for history, and they're all online. And then English, there's a movie. Not sure if we watched it. We probably did. And then there's a web quest from today that was due today. So I'm just like, so I added a comment to the teacher. I was just like, do you want me to watch the movie first or do the web quest first? And then the web quest. But she never responded. So, if we do have school tomorrow, then I know what to get done. And yeah, I still feel dead in so many ways though. Like it's insane. Oh, hello. Welcome. Sorry, I'm stuffy nose. Not good. What am I trying to say? Oh, hold on. What's the preview? Primo or promo for next week? Hold on. Promo for next week's episode of The Rookie. Hold on.
Sting operation was pretty straightforward.
What's our call sign?
Spygate.
Welcome home, Spygate.
We were watching Bailey. Call was made to bring her back where we'd have home field advantage. The problem, we didn't know who they were.
They're heading inside.
They're on to us. So we're doing this? Yeah, we're doing this.
Oh,
Especially if they overstay. They're welcome.
okay, yeah, so this next one's all about Bailey? Okay. crap, hold on. Well, in the promo, we see Tim get into a fight with someone in the elevator. So, it's maybe. I wasn't nervous for e11. After watching this promo and all the guest stars, I think I'm worried. Yeah, look at the gates. The same location. Also, some point out 2 shops in this yes. Yeah, how does that happen? And how many fight scenes are there with Tim in this an elevator?
This year, I'm taking my drink.
Today is day 17 of the war in Iran, and
Yeah. One day you're sitting in your first class of 8th grade talking to your friends about how scared you're scared of high school, and then you blink and now you're fixing to be a senior in a few months. That is insane. Do what they do. Just do what they do.
But I keep hearing. So 8x10 of the rookie was just leaked, and there's a photo of Tim with Lucy in the hospital. I'm kidding.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm trying to stay on topic of talking about the rookie. I love that me and my friend both enjoy that video. I'm okay. What shows am I into? Like other shows. Ooh. Hold on. I So I typed in TV shows on my TikTok. Everything that came up is The Rookie. Okay. Well, obviously The Rookie. I will watch Gilmore Girls. I will watch that. Why am I going blank? the middle. Why am I going to blank on everything else? I've watched quite a few, like, shows on Disney, like Disney Plus. Oh, there's only one season of this, but I found it really interesting. And I did watch the entire first season, because there's only one season. It is My Perfect Landing. It's very much like a kid show, but it's actually really good. Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is another good one. They stopped at 6 seasons. I think they partially did it because of them not having any more storyline to tell. And then see, a lot of the ones I've like watched, they're very, very childish. Because like I didn't know what else to watch. High Potential, that's another crime one. Oh, NCIS, any of the NCIS TV shows. Yeah, and I feel like with Cobra Kai, because they did 6 seasons, there was a lot of just boy drama. That's kind of why they just drug it out a bit longer. But I mean, they did introduce like new villains. One new one. It is. They also had a lot of the original actors from Karate Kid, though. Kreese, he came back. Some of his buddies, the ones who like attacked LaRusso on the beach, they came back. Lawrence, obviously LaRusso. Oh, what is her name? Why am I blanking on this girl's name? It's a lot of boy drama. It's, okay, wait, hold on. Let me see if I can remember the order, because there's a lot of like, because there were 2 guys and 2 girls. Okay, a lot of just. Okay, but also Miguel. Okay, this is gonna have spoilers because it's hard to explain. So Miguel he lives in the same apartment complex as what Lawrence does. And then Robbie, the other guy, he is the son of Lawrence. And then Sam is the daughter of the Russo. And then Tori, her mom is very sick, so she's the one taking care of herself and her baby brother. So they all have kind of a little bit of a sad background. So we first started off the season with Sam and Miguel, and then they went strong until Miguel started doing Cobra Kai karate. So then they broke up about halfway through the season. And then was it okay? Because then Tori came into season 2, which then she got with Miguel, and then Robbie was also introduced into season 2. But in the mix, Sam also still liked Miguel. But then she met Robbie. Those two started dating. Miguel got jealous. And then, was it season? Because season 2 was, I believe, season 2, the one with the school fight? Hold on. Yeah, season 2 was the one with the school fight. So then that ends with Miguel in a coma. So then Robbie's on the run. Okay, thank you. Now we're into season 3. Robbie is missing. Tori is just not doing great. I had to pull up the episode guide to try to track. And then, because in the process of the school fight, Tori also used her bracelet, and she scratched Sam's arm. Miguel didn't agree with that, so then that kind of became a problem between him and Tori. Sam couldn't find Robbie for a while, so then she was trying to track him down, but in the process still trying to make things right with Miguel. And then Robbie ends up being found. LaRusso and Lawrence actually worked together to find him. And then he's taken to juvie because he's the one who gets blamed for the school fight. Which don't make sense. That's different live stream for that. He gets blamed, they find him, he goes to juvie. He also finds out about Tori's home life, and then when he gets out, why am I going blank? Okay, wait. Because in the process, okay, because that's the one that they're trying to find him. He's found in all of these. And then Robbie gets out of juvie a few weeks or a few months later. He's able to go back to school. But he shows up to LaRusso's backyard the day they got out, and Sam and Miguel were hanging out back there, just chatting. And then Robbie sees them together, thinks that they're dating now because he's been away. And then he goes to he either tries to fight Miguel or Sam. And one of them said, like, I wouldn't do that if I were you, because we'll be the ones still standing, or something along that line. So then there was no actual, like, proper breakup between Robbie and Sam, because she was still trying to make sure he was okay. So then Robbie gets back with Tori. Now we're on to season 4-ish. Oh, Silver's also back. Miguel takes Sam to their junior prom, not expecting Tori and Robbie to show up. Silver also helped them get outfits, because this was shortly after they were both they both got out of juvie. And then so then that season 5 starts off with then okay, yeah, hold on. I'm testing myself right now, because there's also like little stuff that happens in between, but I'm not going through all that. Oh, in this process, Chris does take over Cobra Kai, and then Johnny, he's kind of forced to open another dojo, which I believe was Eagle Fang, before he joined forces with LaRusso. That was also happening. Okay, on to season 5 with all the drama. It is. There. Okay, I swear I'm almost done. I'm also testing myself right now. Okay, season 5, episode 4, I'm looking at the guide right now. That is the only reason I know this. They are all at a water park, and they want to race each other to see whoever wins, I believe, gets to stay at the water park for the rest of the day, and the other people have to leave. This is still Cobra Kai against Miyagi-Do / Eagle Fang, because now they're working together. And Tori or someone had cheated. Yeah, it was Tori, because she was, yeah, okay. And Robbie didn't agree with that, so then they broke up, or took a break, which then left them in a very interesting place. And then, because in the process Lawrence found out that Miguel's mother was pregnant, and those two had been dating, and they wanted to get married. So then, because of all the issues between Robbie and Miguel, no, I'm talking about Cobra Kai and the boy drama. The insane backstory of the boy drama in Cobra Kai. I'm almost done though. Johnny thought it would be smart to put Miguel and Robbie towards each other to try to fight out their issues. And just so like there would be no tension between blah, 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 blah. Like nothing bad towards each other. When Miguel's mother has this baby, and it ended up working, and then they all come together at the end of season 5. Robbie's still with Tori and Sam's still with Miguel. And then season 6 we end with Tori with Robbie and Miguel with Sam. So like I said, there are little things that happen in between things I said. Like there were breaks taken a lot more often, I feel like. But also I was going pure off memory and looking at the episode guide online because it's been a minute since I've watched it. Okay, yeah, so was with the baby in season 5, then welcomed the child in season 6. Yeah. So yeah. Crazy. Anyways. TV shows. Okay. Because that's how I got on the topic of that. Was talking about favorite TV shows. Or other ones I'll watch. So I don't know if we're counting like Netflix ones. If we are, then great. I will also watch Creeped Out. It's been a while since I've watched Creeped Out. And then I'm scrolling through to see if there's any others. Julie and the Phantoms. I loved watching that. Sadly, there's only one season. Don't agree with that. High School Musical, the musical series. When this first came out, that's when I got into it. I could have sworn I heard a cat throw up. If that is in my room, that's... yeah. Okay. Poxy, is that you? Okay, you're sleeping, so that can't be you. Well, Poxy is sleeping at the end of my bed. And plus it sounded like it was coming from the living room. I don't want to go check though. Because I already had to clean up a pile of throw up today. Okay. Anyways, back to TV shows. Chesapeake. Survivor. That's another good one. Oh, Girl Meets World. Girl Meets World is another one I'll watch over and over. School Spirits. Sorry, I saw one that I was just like, wait, hold up. And it reminded me of School Spirits. So School Spirits is another one that I'll watch if we had Paramount Plus. Don't ask me what's happened in season 3. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I would enjoy there to be no spoilers. And then Hawaii Five-0 is another one I've watched. I watched all of Hawaii Five-0. Not one that I will watch over and over, but I'm trying to see. I'm trying to think. There was one. What was it? Was it just... Hold on. New tab. Epoxy. Monk. That's the one I was thinking of. Couldn't think of the name. And I wasn't sure if there was more to the name. Hi. I'm just checking. Because I just heard a meow. Okay. I did not see any throw up out there, so you're calling that good. And then I watch other shows on Disney Plus. It's so like TV wise for Disney Plus, it's this is gonna sound childish. I'm not. I usually just stay in on St. Patrick's Day. I'm gonna be honest. I don't do anything for it. Which is fine with me. But the childish one is the zombies TV show that they have right now, like the little short filmed ones with Victor, Nova, Vera, and Vargas and Ray. Just they're so cute. It's so cute to watch because I grew up on the zombies movies and Descendants, so like I'll watch things like that too. I'm trying to find my TV remote. Because past few nights I've been putting Cutthroat Kitchen on and then falling asleep to that, which is insane, but okay. Bag galore. use this to try to organize some of this. Okay. Okay. That was sketchy, but okay. Alright. That's beautiful. Turn that on. I'm trying to think of other ones I watch, but I keep going blank. So I'm gonna quickly turn on TV to check because I don't keep Disney Plus and stuff on my phone. Foxy, are you watching my TV turn on? You're like all eyes on it. Okay. Hi, Rox. Hi. Okay. Disney Plus is working on opening. To then I don't have to struggle. Okay, hold on. Eat lunch. Thank you. Okay. Nighttime. That's my personal. That's the one I like better. I will. Okay. Getting sidetracked. Okay. So Cutthroat Kitchen, Survivor, Say Yes to the Dress is another. And for the zombies one, it's Locker Diaries zombies. Girl Meets World, High Potential, The Masked Singer, Jessie, that's another one I'll watch, and Family Matters. Dancing with the Stars when that's on too. I love Dancing with the Stars. One of my favorite sorry, I'm looking at my health app, and it is a bird. Yeah. I'm all over. But okay, so okay. Okay. Yeah, that checks out. Okay. Anyways. I want to watch Once Upon a Time, but I don't know. I've heard mixed things. Oh, and something else is like the shows that Gordon Ramsay does or other ones. Kitchen Nightmare. Gordon Ramsay's 24 Hours to Hell and Back, and then Hell's Kitchen. They're always so fun to watch. It's insane. But the 24 Hours one is so entertaining because he goes to different restaurants around the world to try to help them, and these owners do not want to listen. So it just gets to the point that he has to yell at them. Yeah. I find it entertaining. That's also me though. I don't think there's anything else. Amazing Race I'll watch. Not one of my favorites. Fixer Upper. Yeah. Once Upon a Time. I am deciding if I want to watch it or not. Good Doctor. That's, yeah. NCIS, I think I already said that one. Gilmore Girls. The Struggle. Yeah, there's no other ones that I know that I've watched and that I would be willing to rewatch. Besides, like, The Rookie, of course. But, oh, Full House. Full House is another one that I'd watch. Which, going all the way back up here, please. Because, isn't there a new episode, or did I watch that? Hold on. Oh, I'm 2 weeks behind. That's fine. Yeah, my taste is all over though. These ones are really short though. Oh, of course. There's an ad. There's only one ad, and that's all the way at the beginning. Because that's how short these episodes are.
Dreaming and growing is hard work. Last thing these babies need is a wet diaper waking up.
I don't even know what time it is.
Only Pampers Swaddlers
12:13 a.m. Seems about right.
comfortably dry. Pampers, kind to every baby.
So, because it's Unity Day, stop. I mean, blessed with hosting the vampires at our school.
Pretty much out. Dude, stop juggling spoons. Keep it up.
Whoa, that was close. That's been almost ended me.
I was gonna say hit you, but sure.
Vera, you saved my life. Oh man, you saved my life.
It's not a big deal.
Actually, it's a huge deal. When someone saves your life, you just save theirs in return. It's Daywalker code.
Please don't make this a thing.
So now, I vow not to leave your side until I've repaid my debt.
Great, you're making it a thing.
Hey! Whoa! Books can be very heavy.
Ray, I can carry my
Your arms will literally fall off.
books.
Whoa! Come on, too close, pal. Let's keep it moving. He had shifty eyes.
That was my cousin. A pencil. Seriously?
You clearly killed yourself.
You seriously not gonna leave me alone until you save my life, are you?
I can't. It's Daywalker.
Code, I get it. Ray, look over there. I'm definitely looking first.
What? I don't see anything totally.
Let's walk. Oh, Ray, you saved my life.
I did? I'm a hero?
Sure. I'm Raven. I saved your life, you saved mine. Leave me alone.
Wow. I'm gonna go journal about how great I am. Yeah. Hey, Vera.
Watch out.
You saved my life. I vowed not to.
No, not again.
I love that. Okay. And time for like a minute long ad and then like a 3 minute long.
Welcome back, listeners. I'm here with Jeff, who works in one of Eyeglass World's in-store labs.
Like 45 seconds.
Your time machines.
We don't have time
Of an ad.
But you can make customers' glasses the same day.
Yep, because we have in-store labs.
Teleporters?
Nope.
Wormholes?
No.
Magic wardrobes.
No, in-store labs.
Get new glasses made the same day. And if you've got vision insurance benefits, use them to your benefit today. At Eyeglass World, the world's best way to buy glasses. Leo's working hard, growing. Pampers is working hard, keeping him dry. Only Pampers Swaddlers has a Keep Dry liner to keep him comfortably dry. Pampers, behind every baby. Victor! So, did you like it?
Huh?
My Solstice Day gift. I left it in your locker earlier today.
You did?
Mm-hmm. It was like this big and wrapped in sunshine paper.
Good morning, Ray. And happy Solstice Day. Seriously, it's really cool for the Daywalkers to be including the vampires in the tradition this year.
Yeah, I didn't love the idea at first, but when I realized it meant double the presents, I got on board.
That's really big of you, Ray.
I know. Anyway, may the sun always be in your skies. Here's your gift.
Thanks.
It's a cursed object.
I'm gonna open this one later. Here's yours. Yeah. The gift with the sunshine paper? I opened it and I loved it. I'm gonna go think more about it. I'll be right back.
Oh boy.
Happy Solstice Day, vampire dude. May the sun always be in your skies.
Ray. Hey, man. Look, I need that gift that I gave you back.
Okay, I know you're new to this holiday, but gifting boxes? Good luck.
That gift wasn't meant for you.
Oh, that explains why it was so weird. Yeah, I didn't like it, so I gave it to Marcus.
Wait, so just so I'm clear, you taking back a gift isn't okay, but giving one away is totally fine.
I don't make the rules.
Still thinking about how good your gift was.
Dude, you alright?
One second. I need the gift that Ray gave you that I gave him.
Sorry, man. I don't reckon to keep anything Ray gives me. That villain's probably cursed.
This is go to apparently. What would you do with the gift?
I threw it in the trash.
Hey, your gift. Just like so thoughtful and unexpected. And I'm still processing it.
She's gonna walk in at the wrong time.
this. I hadn't opened your gift yet. I accidentally gave it to Ray, who gave it to Vargas, who gave it to Trash.
So that's why you've been running around like a vampire caught at sunrise.
Yeah, it probably would have been better if I just told you the truth instead.
You think?
But I know how to make it up to you. By giving you your solstice day gift. I think your gift fell out of my pocket.
When you were running around.
Yeah, today's not my day.
Happy Solstice Day.
I love that. Why'd I press that? Why'd I press that? Okay. I'm doing great myself. I should put earrings in. I don't know where I was. I'll just go back to episode 7.
When it's time to add my son to our car insurance, I'm scared to even think
I'm gonna
about
get
how
off here though. Because it's a little after midnight. And I'm gonna probably watch a little bit of this. And then probably drift off to sleep. So.